Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to our A to Z of Christmas. We are ploughing through this series and today we're on the letter S. And despite several options I had, I've come up with a snowman shaped card. And don't ask me to say that again, so we'll just call it a snowman card. So this is what one side of the card will look like, and I'm going to show you how to make it because the other side is made in exactly the same way. So I'm going to put that there so that we can still see it. Now I have used dies. It's a bit difficult to give you sizes because your dies will probably be different, but you need a circle die and you need to cut 6 of them, 3 for the front, 3 for the back. Well, you can make them taller if you want to, but if you make them too tall, it might not stand up. So I've done 3 for the back and 3 for the front. And here are my other circles that I've done. I've just cut this in ordinary white card, nothing expensive. And this is another one where we can use our scraps. So I have got double-sided tape on the top edge. And what we're going to do, we're going to line it up. Let me just make sure you can see it. Let's pop them up there for a minute. So I'm going to put that one there so that it's level. You could do this on a gridded mat if you wanted to, but I didn't think of that, so I'm not doing it. And then you take your next one, once you've taken the backing tape off, lay it down so that it's matching this one here. So that when we've done that, when we've done all 3, hopefully, they'll be roughly the same height. So I'm going to take my backing mat off and I'm going to I think I'll do it that way. And we're going to do that and just line it up and make sure it's where you want it before you stick it down. And there you have your base. And we may need to just chop a bit off at the bottom to make it flat. We probably will, but there's a way to go before we get there, and we're going to need to make a hinge. But first of all, we'll call that one the back, I think, and we'll pop that over there for the time being. And we're going to finish off the front. So I have given my snowman a hat. And all you do is you take the top of your circle and you I just cut a square, any square will do. And I put it over like that and drew around the top section of my hat. Like that, or the top section of what would be the head. Just draw around that little bit there and then draw a hat shape. It's ever so easy. So even easy for me to do. And on the back of there, this is double-sided, but that's all right because it won't be seen. I'm going to put, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. No, I won't. I'll do it this way. I'm going to put some red runner tape. You can put glue, you can put red liner tape, you can put ordinary runner tape. It doesn't have to be red. And I'm going to turn that over and match it up. Make sure that the glue is covering it so that there's no glue on the back. And indeed there isn't, so that's good news. So now he's got a nice hat to keep him warm. And I've got a few, this is where our scraps come in, guys. So I've got a few other bits here. I've got some scraps that I've used to make a scarf. But before we do the scarf, I think we ought to give him a few facial features and some buttons. So you can use bling for this if you want to. I'm just using a black pen. And all we're going to do, if we're going to use a black pen, we're going to just draw a small circle like that and colour it in. Very simple. So a small circle and colour it in. And I have an orange pen here. Again, you could use bling if you want to. And we're going to give him a nose. So we're going to draw a straight line, well, straightish line down. Depending on which way you want your nose to be, we're just going to come out like that. So you've got one of those triangles where you've got one at a right, 2 lines at a right angle and one coming down. I don't know what they're called because I'm no good at, I think it's called, is it called geometry, that type of thing? Well, whatever it's called, I'm no good at it. So I'm getting a nod from the other side. So whatever that type of triangle is called, that's what we're going to do. So I'm sure someone in the comments might tell me, someone who's cleverer than me. And I'm going to use a pen once more. Again, you can use bling if you wish, just to do a few little dots. Now I'm going to suggest we do one there, and one there, just to give him a sort of even-ish smile. And there we go, he's already got a face. And I'm going to give him some buttons down the front. Again, we're just going to draw a small circle and fill it in. Easy, isn't it? So you don't even have to be able to draw for this. So now we're going to put the pens away and we're going to put our little friend together. And I've got some scraps of card. This is plaid, which I thought was absolutely perfect for a scarf. And I'm putting the first one on with foam pads so that it just stands forward. And I'm going to just put it slightly, roughly between the two joins there, so that it covers that join. And I've got a smaller piece. I've got two pieces, one smaller, one's longer. Now, the smaller one you will have seen I've got a rip because I was going to put it on with foam pads again, but then I decided it's going to go underneath. So to give it a bit of depth, again, I'm just going to put a little bit of runner tape on, and this runner tape is very quickly running out. Oops, I know I've broken it. Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it? That's all right. So if that does happen, like mine has just done, don't worry about it. Go with it. Well, you've got one of two things to do. You can either just cut yourself another one, which I can't do at the moment because I haven't got a piece of paper with me. But that's all right. We'll stick that down there. And the longer one has got foam tape on it, or foam pads on it, which are very sticky. The new ones, they're very, very sticky and quite difficult to get the backing tape off. But it will come off, she says. And so what we do, if in the process of putting that on, just put that over there and cover it up so that the shorter one is tucked behind it and it's only sticking out a little bit. So by the time you've done that, it won't show. Nobody will notice it. Now all we've got to do is put the thing together. And so what we're going to do, you will need a hinge to put it together. Now I have got a tab which is 1 by 2 inches long, and I will add this. That's the only measurement you're likely to need. So I will put this measurement for you in the description box. And again, I've got it on double-sided tape. Or this one I have got on double-sided tape. Now, don't do what I did the first time you did this. You need to fold it with the tape facing up. Don't fold it with the tape facing in, otherwise you'll just tape it together and it won't work. So, for the time being, we're going to turn both pieces over. And I would suggest you stick your tab at the top. Can you see that? Yes, you can. I'll just bring it down a little bit. Stick your tab down at the top of the head like that, but do try to get it straight. So we'll have another go at that. So stick your tab right dead centre-ish of the head, and then take your back piece and just simply line it up. So actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to turn that round so that I can see what I'm doing, because I couldn't see the top. So we're going to line that. This is the fiddly bit, because you have to line it up and get it in so that the back is lined with the front. Now, as you can see, that will be a little bit, because we didn't quite get that bit right, it's not going to stand. But you don't worry about that. What you do is you find yourself a pair of scissors, and you turn it over, and let's just get that out of the way. And where it hasn't quite lined up, just cut. You'll need a flat piece anyway, so don't worry about it. Just cut it straight across. Pop the scissors out the way, and hopefully it will stand up. Let's have a look. And he will. There we are. He will stand up really well. And there we go, guys. There is our snowman shaped card. And when you open him up, you've got plenty of room on the inside to write your message. Or you can stamp a message, but I would suggest handwriting a message for this one. So there we go. There is our snowman shaped Christmas card. And he stands up so well, even though I've cut him slightly crooked at the bottom. But that's all right. He's a snowman. He doesn't have to be perfect. He could have started to melt by now. So I hope you've enjoyed this one and found it helpful. And indeed you have a go at your own snowman shaped cards. Now, if you haven't got dies, you don't have to worry about that. Just if you haven't got dies, does it mean you can't make this card? No, of course it doesn't. What you do is, that was me finding something that you could use. What you do is you find yourself one of these, a roll of tape, and you just cut round either the inside or the outside, depending on how big you want your card to be. And you draw round this, cut it out 6, do these 6, cut them out 6 times, and then put it together in exactly the same way. So there we go, guys. There is our snowman shaped card. And I will be back tomorrow with the letter T. We're really plowing through this alphabet series, aren't we? So come back tomorrow and I'll show you what I've come up with for the letter T. That's, of course, if I don't change my mind between now and then. I've got an idea at the moment of what I'm going to do, but by tomorrow that could have changed. So we'll see. And so then I will see you tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.